Could you share with us, when around what time in your life you finally did break away?
So during high school, I did after about a year, so I must have been in 10th grade.
Mhm.
I dropped a few hints. I didn't talk about the sexual abuse, but I did drop a few hints to some of my friends that I had started to get close to, and they knew that I was scared and I was getting hit, and they would always tell me like, "You should tell somebody. You should tell somebody."
Yeah.
So yeah, somewhere around I guess 10th grade is when I started to reach out, but I really wasn't able to make much of a difference because I think I was about uh, the end of 10th grade, going into 11th grade. I did try to report it.
Mhm.
So I actually ran away from home. I went up to my grandparents, and they kind of knew that he was hitting us. They didn't know the extent of it, but they knew.
Mhm.
And everybody was, too embarrassed or scared to really say anything.
Yeah.
But I did call the police and reported it. And at that time, I mean, we're talking 25, 28 years ago. We're talking, they didn't have the resources. They didn't know how to help somebody going through domestic violence. And they pretty much took the parent's word over the
Mhm.
child's word. So when I did, eventually Children's Youth Services got involved. And sadly, at that time, my dad did admit doing things, but at that time they said if I wanted to pursue it, that they would separate my brothers and I. And so I said, okay, well, if I get separated, but will you keep them together? And they said there's really not much of a chance of that. So in my mind, I thought, well, I don't want to screw up their lives. I'll be 18 soon and be able to get out of the house. So I actually chose to go back for their sake. And by me choosing to go back, a lot of people then didn't really believe me or downplayed it because I chose to go back, and I
Mhm.
chose to go back to, there was still some sexual abuse, not as bad, but there was still a lot of that. And then, of course, the name calling and, you're a slut and you ruined our family. And the only good positive thing about going to children's services was that my dad, who was trying to become a teacher, he was going to college for that. That was one thing that at least I stopped. So no other children that are not that were not in our family would get hurt.